Hello, this is Demonocolips, and today I'm looking at a game that I saw an advertisement for. Now, it's really quite funny because the advertisement stinks. However, it was basically a picture and that was it. The game is called Roblox, and it's a vehicle building Minecraft game type thing. And this is my hangar. One of 3 that you start off with in the game. And this is my ship I've built so far. It stinks, doesn't it? The hardest part is that this game is really quite strict when it comes to building certain things. And the major thing I don't like about it is the recoil from the laser weapons. Yes, the laser weapons in this game have recoil, even though in real life they don't. There's also a very, very strict conform to... what's the word I'm looking for? Conform to land, I guess you could say, thing. And I think there's supposed to be a shadow there. But anyways, these are fans. Look, notice how there is no... notice how there's no hole beneath them. Technically, the air would have no place to go. Okay, so this game is based around battles. At the moment, I don't actually have anything in my first or third garage. I scrapped them to make my second vehicle awesome, or as awesome as I could get it. So this game is based around battles. During battles, you earn resource points, tech points, and levels. Levels allows you to have more petaflops, which allows you to put more blocks on your vehicles. Resource points, of course, used to buy things. Tech points used to research things. And there is quite a few things to research, in fact. As you can see, different wheels, different fans, and a lot of other things. You can also have different weapons. Right now, the game seems to be like it's in beta because, quite frankly, there isn't a lot of content here. But that could just be me. So, you can start off on the floor, or you can start off a bit higher. Personally, I like starting in the very center, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter if you jump over does not matter if you jump over a ravine and crash on the other side. Terrain damage does not hurt you. No, it doesn't. The only thing that hurts you is bullet fire that comes from anything but you. Okay, now there's a bunch of different components you can use to build a vehicle. Like there is drive wheels, and then there are other drive wheels. The drive wheels that I'm using right now are the drive wheels that can steer. Otherwise, you just have the regular wheel motors, which are slightly different. They also use less petaflops in order to actually be used. Now, the game system here is mostly based around 5-minute battles. That is true. It is true. The matches in this game do not last very long at all. But that is also attractive because you don't get bored in the middle of a battle. I will say that I have not gotten bored in this game once. Well, I've gotten bored once, and that's because me and one remaining enemy were going in circles trying to find each other, and we ran out of time. That's the only time I've ever been bored in this game. Okay. It's also not very well optimized. There's certain issues with the game in regards to just generalized performance and excuse me, and handling. A lot of people do better than me. I'll fully admit that, but I'm not exactly sure what they're doing differently. So this doesn't take long to build a okay vehicle, but and I actually ran out of that certain type of block. What do I do then? Go to the cube depot and click 100 times because there is no way that I can figure out. Oh, there we go. Control. Okay, control is 10. Okay, let's get 200 of these then. Also, these blocks have 10 armor. A standard weapon does 30 damage. That means, to me at least, what I figured out is that it takes 3 of these blocks to stop a shot from a standard weapon. That means you have to use a lot of these blocks in order to survive. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, but it also makes the game a bit more interesting with the designs some people come up with. And of course you need your pilot seat. Also, for whatever reason, these are called robots. I guess you could call them robots. They're not really robots in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Now, the appeal of this game is that A, it's free. There is microtransactions in it. I never even have looked at them yet. But I'm playing right now for free. I've been playing for about 12 hours, I guess. I'd hazard to guess. So it's a kind of a grindy game, but you can get boosters and stuff like that, and I'm sure people are gonna complain about that eventually. Okay, and when you're in battle, the only thing you have to worry about is having your cockpit blown up. As soon as that is gone, you are dead. Yes, and each one of these has to be clicked manually. Also, each one of these blocks has a weight, and on certain craft, the flyers and the, well, even just the tank, the ground tank design here, each one is a slightly different in the weight and feel of it that you have to go for in order to make sure that's actually functional. Okay. So you can completely surround yourself in blocks if you so choose. Of course, that's a fairly easy way for them to tell where your cockpit actually... I'm out? I bought 200 of them. I'm out? Let's buy 300. How do I go down? Damn it. I can't believe I just used 200 blocks on this thing. And there's a variety of specialty blocks and such that you can use, which can be neat. Seriously, the sheer amount of recoil on some of these weapons just sucks. And they're also fairly inaccurate. But each gun takes about 10 petaflops. And I'm out of petaflops. None of this cube item left, okay? So why don't I stick these up here? Then I can... These two here? And I have 3 petaflops left. I have not had great success with taking ground units out. So this is my tank. I'm going to die. But you will start off with 3 basic designs, like a tank-like thing, an air vehicle, and kind of a faster buggy type thing. This is a really fucked up castle. Okay. Now you don't have to, as far as I can tell, you do not have to worry about shooting yourself. It just kind of reflects off. There's also no way to paint anything yet, as far as I can tell. Does that guy have any guns on his thing? No, it does. I don't see any guns, so I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. Also, some people... Whoa, what the fuck? Dude, what are you doing? You're bouncing all over the place. Hey, what are you doing, you dick? Got one of my wheel, you jackass. I'm trying to turn here! Man, this game sucks. The driving mechanics in this game suck. Badly. Hey, you're the one that turned me around, not me. I like my air vehicles because I don't have to worry about that. You still run into people once in a while, especially the bad pilots, but usually don't have to worry about it that much. Also, there is a slight worry about tipping over. Okay, that stinks. Come on, up the hill. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Whoa, what the balls happened there? Go after him. Go. Like I said, the game really doesn't get boring at all. Ever. And of course, at the end of the battle, you kind of de-res and then get your spoils. And then it takes a small amount of time to regenerate your thing. And this is actually, it's not the worst design I've come up with. The problem is that it doesn't have enough ground clearance. I'm actually going to try to fix this design so it's a little bit better. And then, move on to a match in my air vehicle, because quite frankly I think I'm better in that. I don't know. And actually I can probably stick another gun on the front. Of course you can have headlamps and enemy radar and stuff like that, but quite frankly, the enemy radar, it doesn't give you a radar panel or anything. It's kind of a point Lassie point type of thing. It points towards an enemy, but it doesn't do much else. Of course, you can also put headlamps and other shiny things on there, but I don't have enough petaflops left for that. And I'm out. Okay, so that is the vehicle here. And I will be moving on to, well, I'll do one match in my other one, because... garage. I like this. It's just... Flying in this game, well, it's the same as ground combat, except for you have the vertical element, because technically this is a hovercraft. The biggest problem I have with flying in this game is just that the, you go over a rock that's maybe 2 meters high, you're 20 meters in the air, and you flip over. That's what happens if you don't correctly think out how you're going to balance out the engine outputs on these things. Right now, this is fairly balanced. I have a ton of engines. The engines actually have a fair amount of thrust. Just putting a little bit more armor on here. But okay, one more match. Then I gotta go and get my pizza. You fart helium? I'm sorry, it's just Farscape got moved onto Netflix, and I absolutely love that series. Well, it's funny. I'll give you that. It's funny, just like what is it? Red Dwarf and all those other series. So, on to the game. Space brings you up. Control Shift drops you down. As I said, you don't get any damage for falling, so you don't have to worry about that. The biggest problem, like I said, is just flipping over. And somehow some people get really high. I have no idea how they get that high. But if I'm starting to get assaulted from like above me, that's how high some of these fuckers get. I don't think this is a problem for actual helicopters, so I'm not sure why it's a problem in this game. It's just a coding issue, I know that, but come on, come on. I need a little bit more output on these engines, but there's nothing much I can do actually. Okay, turn. The controls are like World of Tanks. You have to, well, it's like a standard driving game more than World of Tanks. When you're flying a air vehicle like this, it is more like World of Tanks. But when you're on the ground, it's like a standard driving game, just wheel left, wheel right, and so on and so forth. But there is a great deal of detail for most of these vehicles. It's just that there's no paints and stuff like that. If you could paint some of these vehicles, that would be awesome. Who's shooting me in the ass? Dumb fuck. The enemy is dead. I'm gonna keep on shooting. Yeah, it's a great idea. Just gonna land and... Why is he floating off the ground? Oh yeah, some people come up with these hybrid designs with wheels and engines. I guess this is one of the people that do that. I can see the point in it, but I don't think I'd like it myself. Oh, yeah, like I said, some people get really freaking high. How do they get up there? Dive, dive. And here comes the de-rezzing. We won. Hail. I didn't get any kills. Got the base capture points, got the victory points, got the tech points, but I didn't get no kills. And this is cool. I could probably drop these here. They don't do jack all. Most of the time I'm facing people from the front anyway, so I want to make sure I have more armor up here. I only have 11 petaflops left, though. I don't really have enough for anything besides maybe a motor. Though I could probably drop one of my motors and, yeah, and put another engine on the front. Yippee! I have no, like, each one of these engines have different stats, maximum thrust, top speed, and stuff like that. So the most basic air engine, Hoverblade, stinks, but they get better as you go up. Does that, and like, top speed 12 miles per hour. So I know it doesn't limit my speed to 12 miles per hour because I know I'm going faster than that, but how does that exactly work? Anyways, the game is fun, it's interesting, and it's very simple. It is intuitive to a near T, and actually, let's see what happened if I put these out here, but that's probably for another video to figure out. Like I said, I got a pizza coming, and it's gonna be delicious. Well, at least it's gonna be edible. I haven't really made anything edible in a while. Okay, I'm maxed out on petaflops, and we are good. So, this has been Demonocolips. I hope to be doing a few videos of this in the future if it is well received. So, yeah. I have no idea what the microtransaction business model is. I know you have to buy the stuff, and then you can get premium memberships, which basically does the same thing as a premium membership in World of Tanks does. It just gives you 50% extra whatever. Quite frankly, I don't think it's going to be worth it, but this is open up a... Oh yeah, here we go. Actually, that's not the worst exchange rate I've ever seen, but it looks like a game where it'd be very easy to pay to win. But then again, yeah, it's a game that would be fairly easy to pay to win if you wanted to go that way. I don't, so cool. This has been Demonocolips. I thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day.